Oh, it's Huggie backstage. Well, technically, we're in the front of the stage at the Keller Auditorium with the Jersey Boys. Woo! I caught your guys' show last night, opening night. You got some pipes, man. You do sound like an angel.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
So, for somebody that hasn't seen the show yet, I brought my girlfriend with me. She's like, I brought her to a ballet, and she's like, well, I don't know, the ballet was kind of whatever. I brought her to a musical. She was like, oh, well, that was kind of classical musical, but you guys aren't classical musical. Like, how do you describe this show to somebody that has never seen it before for the first time?
That's a good question. I think that this show is more like a rock concert that has a story that's being told throughout the show. And so most musicals use songs to tell the story, whereas our musical, the songs are part of the story, so we tell the story and the songs become part of the story, like in concert form.
It's pretty awesome. Your drummer's pretty badass, too.
Oh, yeah, he's great.
Who is that guy? He's just floating around on stage?
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. He's the coolest. Now, playing these characters you guys play, Frankie, Valli, Tommy, do you guys relate to these characters at all? Like, in some way throughout your life, do you feel like they're a part of you?
Yeah, I think that we wouldn't be here in these roles if we didn't relate to them on a certain level. Right. They don't necessarily want us to impersonate these guys, but we bring a quality that kind of shows who they are. So.
Yeah, there's certainly an art imitating life aspect to it. A perfect example is last week we were off, but the week before that we were in Miami. And the two of us took Corey to his first casino for the first time ever. It's totally something that would happen right out of the show. So.
Yep. Nick and Tommy bringing Bob to his first casino, and he's like, "What's this?" And you guys are like, poor guy. Put in $100. Yeah, put in $100 for me.
You do look tan right now, man.
We had a good time.
It's either PDX tan or Miami. I didn't know you guys were Miami. It's like an emotional roller coaster that you're going through specifically on stage. How difficult is that to go through it every night?
It is difficult. It's a challenge. I would have to say this is probably the most challenging role I've ever played, for sure, and quite possibly one of the most challenging roles for a man to play in musical theater. It is a challenge. It can be exhausting. It is exhausting if you do it right, in my opinion. It's exhausting. But it's great. There's a certain, I guess, rewarding feeling going through this and getting done and finishing the show and knowing that that I've told the story and that I've lived those moments on stage. I think that an audience deserves to feel like it's the first time. They deserve to feel all of the emotion and see that the story and the experience that Frankie goes through.
And especially when you're sitting there and you just found out that I don't want to give too much away, but when you found out that your daughter had passed away, and the pastor comes out and he's just like with a coffee. I got chills. I started tearing up a little bit, and like I said, my girlfriend was with me. She's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, this is emotional. This is I have emotions. I need it. Give me one of those antihistamines. Which one of you guys do you think my girlfriend thought was the hottest?
Oh, I think it was me.
To be honest, it was Tommy, dude. It was Tommy, dude. Tommy was the one, and I was like, really? She's like, yeah, because he's a badass. You're a badass in the show, man. I don't know you in real life, so I can't be like, yo, he's pretty badass.
It's all around. It's all or nothing.
Tell him that.
It's ego boost. It's good for the show though, because now you're a little boosted.
Look
you're
how ready
go
he is. He matches your hat now. See, on the last interview, I was told I was a leash kid, and now he's told he's the hottest. His day is made.
What's your girlfriend's name?
Get out of here. Get out of here. All right, I want to be one of the members of the Four Seasons. Can you teach me some moves?
Absolutely.
Sure, we have a fifth season here in Portland. Actually, we only have one season, but it just rained. So I'll be Rain, and you guys can be the rest of the seasons. Can you guys teach me some moves? Maybe the
walk like a man.
Please, sure, I've been waiting for this all day.
Yes. Okay. 5, 6, 7, right, left, right, left. There it is. And chop and point. One more time. And right, left, right. That's it. Oh yeah, he's feeling it. And left. That's it, man.
I just walked like a man.
You're walking like a G.
Make sure you check these guys out. They're here till the 23rd. The Jersey Boys. You guys are the titties.